Just finishing up getting this stream setup. Takes a little bit longer for the YouTube streams, so sorry about that. But should be ready in just a second. Just need to grab this. Okay. So, name of the day, still Durkus. You can also call me Nate, you can call me Nathan, but please never call me Nathaniel. And welcome to what will be the last stream of the last Divinity while it is on the public beta branch. Yeah, so the plan today is to do a couple last runs. There's a few champions I never tried the runs with. How about now? Is it better now? Still muted. Is it working now? It seems like it's fine to me. Oh, your fault. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do a couple runs with Shardtail Queen, with Wildington. Those are the last two. I hadn't tried it yet. And then we're going to give overall impressions. What are my thoughts? We'll go through each of the different additions, changes, and then I'll kind of give an overall final impression. Not really like a score, but just a final impression of the DLC. But let's start with a couple runs. We'll do Wildington first, and then we'll finish off with Shardtail Queen. Wildington, we're going to try to do an incant run. So I think we want... I think I prefer Frozen Lance over Foregone Power. Let's give it a shot. So we're open for a lot of incants, and the other option I could have gone was Melting Remnant, and you do the sticky stealth build. But I think incant's probably just easier. Seraph Temperament should be just fine. And what do we want here? Cards and reward packs and units come with a random upgrade. I think I'd rather... Well, we don't really have any healing, do we? Oh, I guess we have Restoration Detonation. I mean, I love the draw. I just don't love Capricious Reflection. Let's see what we get for champion upgrades first. We want... well, if we're going to get anything, we're going to get Predator. And then we're going to get, hopefully, Thornlord. I think we will go for a second Relic here. That's a good one. That's a good one. Ooh, that's tough. Thornfruit is really great if we end up going full incant. Emblem of Exiles is really great. Full stop. It's just good. I think we're going to go with Thornfruit. It's really good for the draw. It's really good for some just kind of incidental damage. And then of course, it's really good for any type of incant setup. First trial shouldn't be too bad. So we'll play at the top floor. I think we'll put a Train Steward with it over the Custodian. Hit you, and heal the draw. Okay, nice Tornado. It's not nothing. I think we play this first, and then we do the Sting after. Seems okay. This seems less okay. But we can put a Train Steward probably in the front to absorb the hit here. And then a Sting opens up. And then double Root Seeds. And what I think we're going to do here is play Astronado to clear out the final floor here. Ice Tornado, please. Pretty solid. We get double stings or one sting. This is not going to do anything to this guy, so we'll just take 5 pyre damage and hit you for 10. The only way we're going to hit the backliner is if we happen to get Ice Tornado again, which is it's reasonable, but kind of tough. Let's just go with triple root seeds here. We only need to hit 5 times. The question is, can we hit 5 times as is? Currently not, but okay, now we're good. Easy. 5 damage for a trial plus shards is really not bad at all. Okay, Wildwood Sap's great, just for the draw, more than anything else. Frenzied Swarm is a good finisher. It does prevent damage. I think that makes sense. And it also enables any offering cards we might take. There's a Siren, that's already good incanting. Would really love to get a Descend, a Restoring Retreat, but we'll see what we end up getting here. We'll go for another Stygian Banner. Offering Monument is pretty good. The only issue right now is that we don't have a way of playing it out. Plus 5 health and draw each turn. That's pretty good to just add to anything. I actually hadn't seen Offering Monuments. That's I mean, that's really solid. This is a relic in a unit. That means we could go Ember or Capacity, which would be really solid. Endless doesn't really make sense. What's the essence of +2 and draw 1 each turn? Okay, so they're basically the same. Not loving any of this. Maybe we just hold off on unit upgrades for now. I don't think we want to do anything yet. Let's wait until later rounds. Let me just check that we're gonna have 2 at the end. That's much better than doing it early, getting ourselves in a lot of trouble. We can be happy to sit at threat level 2 for a while here, especially with Clergymen. Like, it's with having so many spikes, and as well, the fact that we have quick, like, makes it pretty solid here. So we can go 1, play you. Go 1, 2. I think we still Frozen Lance, although we could Frenzied Swarm. I think we just do this. Take 3 damage. Play this. 1, 2. And of course you want to play Siren of the Sea, but currently we can't play her, which is a little bit awkward. And then suddenly we're killing them. Okay, so we need to make sure that we are getting our Siren pretty quickly here. Play you in the top. Frozen Lance will draw the Root Seeds. We're drawing 8 next turn. Pretty good chance we get it. Yeah, we got it. Okay. We go 1. I think triple Root Seeds here adds a lot of value. 1. Or double Root Seeds. And then, yeah, Ice Tornado kills him. Well, kind of. With double stings it does. Should. 1. We're going to take 8 damage. Dang it. Oh, that's fine. Okay, interesting. Yeah, they said it's going to be a few weeks. Probably end of January, beginning of February is my guess. I don't think we take any of this. And with the Frenzied Swarm, I think we can take... we're incentivized to take as many offering spells as we can. I think spell upgrades at this point seems pretty good. Let's -1 to Frenzied Swarm, so we can always play at the end of turn. Remove Consume, doesn't really make sense here. +10 onto Crypt Builder is really strong. And then we want Holdover, Double Stack. This is actually okay on Wildwood Sap. That's 10 turns of extra draw every turn. And then I think we just go with Free Root Seeds. Free Root Seeds is almost always good. And from the Caverns, we get Purge a Unit, Purge a Spell. We'll Purge a Unit. No, wait, hold on. Purge a Spell. Oh, what would be good here? Ice Tornado? A free Ice Tornado? Seems okay. I don't think we need 2 right now. We can't even play both. And we're still going to hold off on upgrading for now. We still got time. Alright. So we do this, this, and play you in the middle. Sting. We could Ice Tornado here. That seems pretty good. I am wondering about how much damage we can do here. He is Slay, which is not really a problem. We can smack this guy. Then hit him for 10. We still have not played the Wildwood Sap yet, which will help out a lot as well. So we go 1. Start doing this. We can Restoring Retreat. Okay. Keep doing that, and then stun them. Cool. Oh, we get it back right away. That's great. Wildwood Sap. Root Seeds. And we're actually getting quite a lot of regen out here. I can toss you out here for extra draw. How we doing? We're killing him. Okay. Seems good. In fact, we're really killing her. Okay. It's actually surprising. I didn't think we were going to be doing that well, but I guess with the regen it makes a lot of sense. It's like we're not taking hits for a while. Spreading Spores could be really good. If we can make it 0 cost. With a lot of draw, you can get a lot of Spreading Spores stacked up. Cycle of Life is also very good. You can go infinite with Offering Monuments, but I don't know if that's really what we want to do. If you get 2 of them at 1 cost, or 2 of them at 0 cost, you can go infinite. And just get insane amounts of spikes. That's really interesting. We have to remove basically everything else. And then you just stack infinite cycles of life. Do we go for it? It's so interesting. And then we just don't worry about unit, other upgrades and stuff like that. I don't think we're going to take an Animus. Although getting multi-strike onto a Siren of the Sea could be pretty strong. Because we don't care about the -10. We get that back in like an instant with incants. I think we do that. We take this. We're going to take extra capacity. And we're just going to go all out. Although we could also swap. We could put the could put upgrades on the Animus and then give it the incant. We'll see what upgrade pass we get. We'll go unit upgrades here. We definitely want the removal. And the goal again would be that we get -2 and -1 onto Cycle of Life. We need to lower our cards down to like not very much at all. Maybe we duplicate the offering monuments and we can then alternate between them. Because then we could draw 2 cards at a time, which is then more likely we're going to hit stuff. So let's say we get 1, 2, 3 gone. We have a consume card, 1, 2, 3 units, and then we would have left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 spells. So we need to get rid of a lot of spells to make that work. I think we skip here. I don't really think we need a relic. Large stone. No, I think we do incant. Armor. What if we do this? What if we incant armor, give it spikes, and then we add the Siren of the Sea to the Animus, and then we rely on the root seeds to grow it. Root seeds, put it in the front. Interesting. Could be really good. I'm gonna try this. Large stone we're not gonna put anywhere. So we're just gonna hold off. We're gonna save our money so we can remove a lot more cards. Okay, Strangler 2, or Predator 2, and we are still hoping for... this should be fine. With Quick, I think we're okay. We're gonna play the Animus right now on the floor, because it just does more damage. So we'll play... oh, I guess we could do everything. Well, we could do these 3. Like this. Play a Sting. Play a Frenzied Swarm. Cool. Sting up here. Then we go Root Seeds. Root Seeds. Do we play the Animus? You would die right away, unless we specifically get Cycle of Life. We actually get another one, somehow. So what do we need to kill that guy? We need 2 Frozen Lances. Obviously not really what you want to see. We can do this to kill this guy. We do this to just keep growing the damage. You're gonna get extinguished, okay? And then let's play you up here. And Sting, Sting, Sting. Wildwood Sap. We're gonna get the Crypt Builder for the top floor. So we play that at the end. We Sting. We can do another Root Seeds here. Plus a Frozen Lance. Frozen Lance. And then we Frenzied Swarm here to kill him. What do we need to kill you? We can put you up here. Sting, Sting, and then a single Root Seeds kills him. Then we can go double Root Seeds here. Okay, let's see how this goes. Sting. Oh wow, we're actually killing the boss right now. Surprising. We can even give you plus 10 health and Frenzy Swarm. Cool. I mean, we are still at 15 shards, so it's not like we're really pushing it right now. We skip all this. And we really, honestly, I don't think we take any other cards. We still go just all in on this idea of infinite. Okay, we hold on to it so that it can be 0 cost. And it's all about removal. We will take every single removal we can. So removal, removal, removal. And then we finish off with the duplicate on the cycle of life, and we try to go for infinite spikes. It is a way to go infinite. You have to get -2 here, which we didn't get yet, so we wait. We can do a pact now. I think we want to yeet the Siren onto the Animus of Will. And then we can go continue to do -1 on Root Seeds. Another +10 power on a Crypt Builder. -1 on another Root Seeds. Permafrost. I don't think we permafrost anything. Okay, let's continue. We'll have another Divine Temple here. Part of me is like, maybe we should have taken... we're gonna end... When do we get... Oh, we don't get any more spell upgrades. Okay, well, we're gonna have to go with -1 somehow another way too. Accept Divine Shards. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go. We might still be okay. Spell Shield 2. It's a little bit scary, but I think we do enough spells, and it's our incanting now that's going to be doing the most damage. So we get all of our buddies in all at once. We can even play on the bottom. Get you up front, because if we're going to have anyone take a hit, it's going to be you. And then we start rolling as much as we can. Wow, that's actually like decently solid. Okay. This, and then I think we go Wildwood Sap only, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. So we just need some damage, and as a last resort, we can always go Ice Tornado, but obviously that's not the ideal. Do this, and we can take 4 damage. Honestly, we shouldn't stress out about this. We just take the 4 damage. What's gonna be the best way? Ice Tornado doesn't do enough. We need to keep growing here somehow. How much damage do you need? You need 140. We go 1, 2, and we're actually killing him, which is amazing. Okay. We try to they're killing it here. So that's really good. So we go 1, 2. Try to hit Ice Tornado. Okay, not great. But if we can get him below... he's only going to do 8 damage, which is not bad. Okay, then we do this. Go all in. You out here for extra draw. Restore. Sting, and Frenzied Swarm. How are we doing? Not amazing yet. 1, 2. Wildwood Sap doesn't keep him alive. But Cycle of Life would at least get us one more hit. Is that better? I think it's gotta be, right? Ooh, this is scary. We have to get Crypt, well, we're gonna get Crypt Builder. We have to get Frenzied Swarm as well. So we can sting, 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 sting. Crypt Builder for 160, and then Ice Tornado kills him. But wow, that was incredibly close. Way too close for comfort. We really didn't need to play on the bottom floor. I think that was a mistake. Skip and skip. It was very close. Now we have a 0 cost Ice Tornado that gives us coins, which will be very helpful for the removal. We are not going to take this boon. We're going to go this path though to remove. At this point it's Frozen Lances. They're pretty bad. Maybe the other Ice Tornado, the expensive one. And then what do we have to upgrade here? We just want more health on Offering Monument. I mean, I guess this is fine. And then reroll to get even more. This seems okay. And we're gonna go for removal after. We need a dupe. When can we dupe? We can only dupe. Is 1 enough? Because it won't. I don't think it'll draw itself. I guess we could do every other spell though, because it's 10, and he's gonna lose 5 every time. So we do Cycle of Life, other spell, Cycle of Life, other spell, Cycle of Life, other spell, and that would work. Yeah, I think we're still good. I think we're still good. As long as we can get it every other time, we can go infinite. And when you have infinite spikes, it's really easy to kill every boss. Especially the last Divinity. We're going to play on the top floor, so we have plenty of time. Cool. Okay, Scourge. That's perfect. That's exactly what you want to see. We're going to go all out here. Just try to get as much damage as possible. We're going to play this every time it comes up. Question is, do we play it here? Okay, it's fine. Root Seeds. Frozen Lance, and then a Frenzied Swarm plus a Crypt Builder is pretty good. And we did get a 1 garbage in the deck due to the... Oh wow, we actually got this back already. Pretty slick. Give you regen. Seems good. And we get the draw from the regen as well. So this should be much more straightforward. Sting, all the Root Seeds. And then... Yeah, the only problem with it is that we still just don't have lots of damage right now. Like, our damage scaling is okay. We damage scale with spells in addition. I don't know. It's a little bit of a weird setup here. We're still doing enough. Can we afford one more? I think we can, yeah. But that was a little bit close. This is the awkward turn. We're gonna play just Frenzied Swarm at the top. Well, actually, we don't need to play that. We'll play a Root Seeds at the top. 1, 2, 3. Root Seeds you, because you're certainly not gonna make it, and then we Root Seeds him. Oh wait, no, we have to play Frenzied Swarm. Frenzied Swarm. Dang. Okay. Ice Tornado. Suddenly we're wrecking it. All the Root Seeds. And Custodian. Get in there. We have a very specific type of build we're going for, and if we don't get it, we're just going to lose. Like, it's all on that build. Root seeds. Root seeds. Double frozen lances. Smack these guys up. Okay. Now he's going for relentless. I think we're fine here. We should have enough damage. He's doing 30 exactly, so we need to do one cycle of life. Probably. Well, we may not even need to, actually. Like, we might just be able to do enough with this Animus of Will, which is just stacked. Okay. I think we do play the cycle of life here. We might as well. That gets us a third attack, basically. Do that. And how are we looking? Yeah, we're killing it. She is losing a lot of health, though. So it's not just, you know, walk in the park here. She's going to be down. Well, I guess she'll still have 70-something health. So she could do another couple of hits. Another, I don't know, 600 or odd damage. Okay. Awoken's Rail Spike is another way to enable it. If we get permafrost on it, then we can almost guarantee it. But I think let's take the non-risky route. Let's just make sure we're good. And what do we want here? I think it's extra capacity. So it really depends on what we end up getting here. So we're gonna go Divine Temple. We need the -2 upgrade to spell to cost -2. That's fantastic. That's half of what we need. Intrinsic. Do we want something to be intrinsic? I don't know. None of this is very great. I think we'll just, well, okay. Tenth of Scales is okay. It means there's a chance we can hit double damage on spells. We're gonna keep getting rid of Frozen Lances because they're trash. And what do we have right now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards we're losing. We're down to 15, so we'll need to get rid of 5 more cards, which should be pretty easy. Wing Steel is another draw. And I think we leave it at that. We don't want to go too crazy here. I think we might go dupe. Let's do the combo now. So we want to sacrifice the dude there to get this. Thornlord, that's... Oh, but that's 3 stings, which would make it more difficult to get our combo. So we're going to go all in on Predator. I mean, you'd think Thornlord, but we have a very specific strategy in mind. This infinite strategy, if we can pull it off, is just a guaranteed win. Non-boss enemy units get +8. I think that should be just fine. We're going to kill things most likely before they ever have a chance to hit us. So we're going to play you up front, you in the... Yeah, like that. Do this, cycle of life. And we can... Oh man, I do wish we had one more. But it's okay, we still kill one of them. I think it's worth going 1, 2, and then we go all in on... oh wow, Ice Tornado is really solid. And then as many root seeds as we can handle here. Although, regen. No, I think we just go root seeds here. Sting, root seeds. Okay. We need a lot of damage. We have a lot of damage. In fact, we have enough damage to kill this guy. That means I really like doing Ice Tornado down here again. We can do another cycle of life. Get even more value out of this guy. And then later on, of course, we're going to cycle of life our Wildington. Okay, that already got us to 100 and something damage. which is pretty good. In fact, we're right now doing 75 plus... this is 2 spells. We should do it. Okay. Yeah, Thornfruit's going to be a little awkward because it's going to actually add... which is not really what we want to have going on here. Let's go with you. And then Frenzied Swarm. Cool. Sting. Cycle of Life. Sting. Restoration Detonation. And we Ice Tornado here. It's amazing. It's really, really solid. And then we can actually do this here as well. I think we just Root Seeds though. Double Root Seeds. We want to get as much damage as we can for the boss. Yeah, these stings are going to kill us. Well, not necessarily, because we only get the one the first turn. So if we can like get an amazing, solid first turn to where we're just like consistently drawing. So that means we need to get down to 9 cards. Whew. It's going to be tight, but I think we can do it. This is scary. This is still scary. And the stun. This floor, we need to get our good buddy Crypt Builder here. Ice Tornado also helps. Do we just outright play Crypt Builder to kill this thing? Do we need to? That's probably the real question. They're doing 75 plus all this damage, and then they're dying to the backliners. I think we do that. Might as well take the guarantee. Kill all you. Root Seeds, Sting. Cool. We should pick these guys off. And we can, so we will. And then we just do everything here. Heal to draw. Another Root Seeds. Another Frozen Lance, Frenzied Swarm. And with 300 damage, quick should be okay here. Do that. Yeah, we're doing just fine. Very cool. Yep. And we're left with another 1 hit. So it's actually pretty close. Alright. Skip. And skip. The nice thing is you don't actually create a card if you are drawing 10. So you don't actually create stings if you can have 10 in your hand. So now it's a question of, do we dupe the Offering Monuments? I don't think so. I think we would lose them too quickly. I think we have to dupe... I think we -1 Cycle of Life and just remove. And that should be enough. So we remove the remaining Frozen Lances. We probably remove Restoration Detonations. We're absolutely minusing cost on Cycle of Life so that it's free. We can +10 on this Ice Tornado because it's like, whatever, man. What was the upgrade here? Create another version of a card and then purge it. We could potentially do that with a Frenzied Swarm. -1 on Purge on this. So we lose it during Seraph. I think we do this on our Root Seeds. It then becomes a 1-cost Root Seeds. And we're just over the 100 mark. We want to remove the other Restoration Detonation. And let's check our count. So we're going to get rid of 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to be left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's too many cards. So we need to remove some more cards. We should remove probably 2 root seeds that are 1 cost. Now let's check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. We have 9. So we're good. What do we have for upgrades right here? I think it's still spells. We can do extra spikes. That'll make things faster. We can get root on the top floor. Reroll. Spell weakness is fine. Oh, gain 7 ember on the first turn. That will help us to get the combo right at the beginning. All right, so this is it. This is the infinite combo. We just alternate spells and we get infinite spikes. So we'll play on the top floor. We get rid of you. So Cycle of Life, Animus of Will, Sting, Root Seeds, Wildwood Sap, Ice Tornado, Root Seeds, Root Seeds, Root Seeds, Root Seeds. I think we hold off now. Sting. Yeah, let's hold off and just make sure that we have it next turn. We're drawing 10. Smack you. We're drawing all 10 of our cards, which means that we won't get another Sting added. Okay, then we Cycle of Life, Root Seeds. Cycle of Life, Root Seeds. Infinite combo. And we'll get infinite armor, which means that we don't have to worry about our low health. We're not going to go insane. We'll get to something like... I don't know. Guess we could do this. Probably more efficient. Just make sure I don't accidentally get my timing off. This is the most exciting gameplay you've ever seen. Alright, you know, we're just gonna do this for a while. Okay. We're not gonna go for a flying kill. I think with 8 or 600 quick damage and let's say we stop at 250 spikes. Then we'll just run. We'll just end turn until the end. There's no reason for us to sit here forever. We could do this forever, basically. Alright. 249, 250. Okay, we'll do that. And I know that nothing will survive here, because we have just too much damage, I think. Well, hold on. Oh yeah, they're dying to spikes. Yeah, that's fine. That's right, because they even if they hit at all, they die, and if they don't hit, it doesn't matter because yeah. Cool. Ideally, we can play in the middle floor because then the last Divinity, he multi-strikes, which means that he'll kill himself twice as fast, so we don't have to do it for nearly as long. But we're going to first turn him. That's the goal. Or not first turn him, we'll second turn him. So we only have to survive the very first... Actually, we're good. We don't need extra capacity. I totally forgot about that. Because we ended up taking extra capacity for no reason. Okay, so Cycle of Life. And we just need to be able to draw 10 here. So once we get to draw 10... Oh, and we need to get rid of the... we need to get rid of that card. And this Root Seeds as well. And now we are good, and you're not dying. We're drawing 10. We have exactly 10 cards. We're good. Okay. All right. Fun times ahead. So you, then you, and then we just alternate until we get the kill. Eventually you'll start seeing the damage numbers racking up on the last Divinity. An imp main. There's no mains. You main everything. This isn't League of Legends. There's no bottom lane. No, I'm kidding. Cool. I mean, imps are fun. We'll do an imp build after this. That's the last one I want to try. I haven't tried an imp build yet with Last Divinity. Other than that really cursed Transcend Imp run that I'm supposed to put online, but haven't yet. Alright, how we doing? We got a ways, guys. We're surviving the first hits, but I really want the second turn in. Just means it'll take a hot minute. I could switch to also getting I think that was a sub. Yeah. Sub on YouTube. If you're watching, Patrick, thanks for the sub. And if you're not, thanks for the sub. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to get high enough damage numbers. Let me think about this. Are we going to get high enough damage numbers to ever kill through all this? Let's get Wildington to 70. Then we can sting. In fact, we can mix in a sting here. Like that. Now let's do this for a little bit. Let's kill all the units. And honestly, 10 damage is faster anyway. In fact, what am I doing? I am insane. This is so much faster. How about we just do 90 damage every turn? And get infinite coins while we're at it. We're getting there. Alright, we're good. So anyway, that's how you beat the last Divinity. Feel free to like, subscribe, check out my other videos. Okay. Cool. I think the -2 cost is a little bit overpowered, maybe. All right, so let's go into. Shardtail Queen. We've actually gotten a win on every clan. Not every clan combo, but every at least once every clan. Oh wait, no, we have no Umbra win. Okay, we're gonna do a Primordium run as well. So we'll do a Shardtail Queen, and then we'll finish off with a Primordium run. It was the first one we tried, and it was just awful. With Imps, let's go Melting Remnant Imps. And we want a Transcend Imp. Molded is good, Molting Imp is bad, but it's fine. Impressive is fantastic. We need a way to kill off Imps. We really want Imp Parade. Although, Hell's Banners. And I could go Royalty as well. Royalty could also be really good. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough. Because we have the Impressive for Royalty. And then I think we could also go insane with. Sorry, we have the moldeds for Royalty, so we can continually bring back. Oh crap! I screwed it up. Hold on. Sorry guys, I gotta go back. We are not gonna do dregs. Dregs are the devil. We're going exile. Primitive mold. Sorry about that. My mistake. Good thing we're not playing. Okay, that's a way to do a run. Conserve energy between turns or volatile gauge. I think it's conserve energy. We want Royalty here. Yes, and we can take the 100 coins. Yeah, we're good. So this run is 1. It's already 1. All you do is Molten Encasement permanently. You play 2 of them repeatedly on the same floor as the Shardtail Queen and get insane. No, dregs are fine when you're not playing specifically Imp Reform builds. If you're playing Imp Reform builds, you need the Reforms. And we're good. The Queen's going to do an insane amount of damage. The only trick is going to be how do we get enough damage onto the backliners? I think we just rely entirely on, let's see, how will we do enough damage here? 10, 20, plus 30, 50 damage. It's not quite enough. Let's play on the top floor. And we're still going to play these guys down here. We want something to reform. Okay, we get you in here. And I think we just play you 3. We can reform now 2 Imps. And this is all about just reforming dudes and getting lots of damage out. So do that. Want to do that. I guess we can stack armor on one of you. I think we just get a Train Steward out. Cool. Another Molten Encasement. We want to get the other one back as well if we can. That's fantastic news. Wow, the game is just really doing it today. Especially after my last runs, which were just a trial for me. It's nice to have a couple runs that are actually going pretty well. All right, so we get you guys up here just to stack you up. We only need to do 3 hits. That's 3 hits if we don't get another unit, which we're gonna get another unit. So yeah, we're already killing him. Math is a thing, and we got even more. So cool, very, very solid. We want an eater of things. Fledgling imp for scaling purposes is very, very interesting. I think we need it. And a draft. I don't think we get the draft. Although we could get the draft with the idea that we add it to another unit. That might be okay. Wickless Baron, welcome to the team. So we're gonna stack the draft onto the Wickless Baron. We're gonna go left here for unit upgrades. Another multi-strike. This is gonna be a 2 multi-strike Wickless Baron. Yeah, that's right. We can stack imps on top of each other too. That's right. Which is really solid. And then I think I'd really like an extra burnout, maybe. He's gonna have 1. We're gonna be able to reform him. And the nice thing is that he'll die and then we can keep playing him over and over again. He will also make the Shardtail Queen get real thick. We would like Endless, but we can't afford it. Basically, we won't take whatever's here. I mean, Paraffin Enforcer is super nice, but I just don't think we're going to need it. I think we're going to have... Damage is not going to be a problem for us. Damage is not going to be a problem for us. We're going to have insane amounts of scaling with our Wickless Baron. And, well, what do we get? Well, wait a minute, though. What if we put it... What if we put this on the Wickless Baron? Or this on something else that goes on the floor with the Wickless Baron? Interesting. So for me, right now, this is a complete... it's a Shardtail Queen rally plus a harvest build for Wickless Baron, with the idea that we just play these 2 units over and over and over again to get infinite stealth. And they also then are scaling both the Shardtail Queen and the Wickless Baron's damage to insanely high numbers. He's going to have very likely multi-strike 2. So every time something dies, he'll get 9 extra damage. And that's assuming that we don't just overstack the floor, which we might end up doing. Not overstack, but increase capacity twice, which we might end up doing just so we can fit a lot of units, right? Like 4 or 5 units. This is so tempting. Yeah, but I want to draft the Baron. Maybe we keep the draft? Do we keep the draft? And Paraffin Enforcer the draft? What if we Paraffin Enforcer the draft? Then the draft will increase his own damage and get extra 3 burnout. In fact, we could Paraffin Enforcer both the draft and the Wickless Baron, and then all we need is a burnout extender. And that gets insane. They would both, that would be 4 extra instances of rage every single turn. That is interesting. So then we can't play it now. We have to wait. We're gonna need 2 of them. We do 8th floor, 6th, no, 8th. Oh my gosh, when's the first time we can do it? We need a dupe ahead of time. So we dupe the next floor. We take left path here to dupe the Paraffin Enforcer. And we do one of them before ring 3 boss. No, after Daedalus. We do one of them after Daedalus. We do one of them at the end. Okay, that's how we run it. Well, or we could just do them both here. We could go 1 here, 1 here. Let's do that. Spell-wise, we don't need any things with spells. And I don't think we're going to merge an imp on an imp. I don't think we're going to go for imps. Oh, wait a minute. We could merge an imp onto a Molten Encasement or vice versa. We could put Molten Encasement onto the Rage Imp so that it grants Rage and it grants Stealth when it dies. That is interesting. That is really interesting. Ooh, I really like that. Oh, I really like that. Okay. We have ideas. Okay, so we're gonna play probably bottom floor here. And I think, let's see, Draft is gonna hit once and then die. Maybe it's worth playing up on the second floor just to give ourselves a little bit more time. And play a Train Steward up top for collector purposes. Okay. We can play you here. We can play you here. We don't get the collector. Oh yeah. Well, we'll talk about it later. I'm planning to do a full kind of like overview of my thoughts at the end. But yeah, the short answer is I think it's really, really well designed so far. And I'll talk about why. What I think is good and what I think could be improved. So we want to kill one of you. We can bring back an imp. Now here's a little bit of a dilemma. Do we get enough? Oh, we get enough damage already. Wow. Amazingly enough, we actually get enough damage here. Big impling. Cool. I don't think we want Ritual of Battle. I think there are better ways to get Rage. Wicklash seems pretty important with the way that we're going to go with this build. I think we need to take at least one. Likely double stack it and get Holdover. So it'll be a 2 cost, but it'll be 2 costs that's like ends up being extremely valuable for the build. So now we dupe the Paraffin Enforcer, so we can take one of them and sack it now. And we sack the Paraffin Enforcer, and I think we start with... Let's start with the Wickless Baron. So now he's going to increase his own damage. We can go to the Caverns. Purge 1 card, get 10. Is that worth it? I think that, we're gonna get 2 more. That's gonna be another 50. And then we can do 1 spell upgrade. I think we don't take it. I don't think we need to purge that much. And the spell upgrade that we want is probably going to be something like we could even like -2 a double stacked Wicklash, and that could be really strong. Okay, so you're pretty bad. Let's play up in the top floor, get you in there, let you die, and play you here. Cool. Now we get to play our Wickless Baron, plus bring something back. This Train Steward. Good luck, we're all counting on you. And do that. It's not great, but he will be dying here. We can actually kill him off. Play the draft. Bring something back like this. And that doesn't help anything at all. The Queen's getting real thick. We need to... Okay, we're going to have to bring back the Wickless Baron, which is a little bit of a surprise. We are going to play this with you down here, because we need to try to kill... Oh, you guys are actually a problem here. 10 damage does save this. Now everything dies. We are going to take some fire damage, though. Luckily, we can bring back our Wickless Baron. He gets just stronger from it. Unless you don't draw him. If you don't draw him, then you don't draw him, and that's not very good. Double Bomb is going to be a problem for us. The Queen's going to die. It's not good. Hold on, let's try this one more time. We need to make sure that the bottom floor doesn't send so much garbage up. That is a priority. In that case, I think we need to play you here. Play you both. Like this. Play our Wickless Baron as we did. Bring back a Molten Encasement for here. And then pop you so that your guys aren't dying right away. Now with the stealth, he actually will stick around for a while, which is quite good. I think this is fine as is. We can bring back something. A Trained Steward. Sure. We'd even put a draft here as well. Should have put it behind. Would have been a better play, but it's like whatever, man. Alright, how we doing? So we're going to do triple reform here. Okay. Trained Steward plus Queen's Impling should keep the Paraffin Enforcer alive. It does. This guy is going to do a whole lot of damage to this thing here. And let's see if we're in the same conundrum we were before. It looks like we are still in that same conundrum. However, we're taking far less damage. We can do something like this. But we're not killing the backliner is the problem. But if we do something like this, extra 10 damage, is that enough? 31? Probably not. We're going to be relying fully on getting the Wickless Baron back. Like, if we don't get him, we just lose. But that wasn't nearly as much damage as we could have taken, so I'll... Okay, the draft here does add some value. We can actually put a guy here as well. Like this. And then we kill off one of you. That damage shield's super annoying. Oh, we just do this. Take 2 damage. Okay, we need a lot of reform right now, or we're pretty screwed. There's 1. The draft. It does die. How about with an extra 10 armor? How about with a Trained Steward in front, or we just give you extra damage? Desperately need reformed units. Shardtail Queen is not really who we want. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. I think we have to play far less units. We have to reform exactly what we need, not all of this garbage that we keep getting. That's the only way we're gonna win this fight. So we just play you guys, and that's it. Maybe we could have put him on the top floor or something, but Wickless Baron plus reforming this guy. And then try to kill both of them, which we do. Okay. Want to reform it back again. Like that. Pierce. And Impling. So then we only, actually no, with the Hornbreak, then they all live. We can, we're not gonna have any other units that are gonna be dying. So we can do something like this. And we're killing all but 1. We just wait. Okay, so now we need to get both those guys back. Or at least, yeah, Stealth is, I mean, she's doing okay by herself. Let's just keep her, let her do her thing, and not stress about this guy. And then we should be able to bring back, ideally, the Wickless Baron now. Oh my gosh, we don't bring back anything. Okay, we have to block with all of our imps. 1, 2. Oh, they're dying to the spikes. They're all dying to the spikes. That's the problem. Okay, well, we hope that we can bring back the Wickless Baron. He's the only thing that saves this run. 1. Nope. 2. Nope. We'll play her out. Play you up here too. And again, we hope, but I think we have too many units now to reform, and we don't get him anyway. Gosh, dang it. Ugh. I guess we play all of our units up places where they're not going to get hit. So like we play you here. Play you guys out here. Play you with him, I guess. Get you and you back. And then we play you here to get you out of the deck. That's a problem. It's not an unfixable problem, though. We could do this. We can do this. And then bring back the Molten Encasement. Okay. This keeps you... Well, this actually... He can survive all this damage. And if he survives all the damage, then they kill everything. And then we play you up here to again get more stuff out of the deck. We have one turn where we just sit. We sit tight. And now we have a pretty good chance of actually... Oh, this isn't ideal. I guess we go for this anyway. And then... It's not great. We need reform. We got 2. Not good. Not awful. We get a burned out fledgling imp. 1 more imp to block a hit. 85 damage. Okay. Do this to kill him. And it's basically all on our reform again. Man, we just not getting the Baron. He's just not... He's not coming. He doesn't want anything to do with us. He got his reforms and then got himself out. We can block a hit here, but it doesn't really do much. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know how we do this. We're getting just absolutely awful, awful, awful setups again. Do we just not play the Baron? Let him wrap around and then come back for the final run there? Maybe that's the play. We just don't play him at first. So we save it. Just play this out. I don't know how we can not play this, though. Or we let him die earlier. Maybe that's it. We do something like this. Try to get him killed off. Can we even do that, is the question. Actually, we can. We can go 1, 2, reform. Bring him back. And then lose all this. But keep him around long enough, maybe. Maybe that's enough. He'll be able to get Wicklash now. He wasn't able to do that before. There's a Molten Encasement. And I think we do this. play you out. Okay. There is the Wicklash. Play this out. We can kind of block. Oh, we can't block. Okay. And do we kill now? We actually kill now. That was the play. We had to just let it die. Okay. Oh my gosh, that was a stressful moment. We're not going to go Bounty Stalker. As good as Bounty Stalker is, I just don't think it fits this play. Stealth 1 and Extinguish +4 permanently. Yeah, that's not what we want. Last Stand is pretty good though. We're getting a lot of rage. Anything from any of these? We could put this on the Tomb unit. Do we do that? We put this on the Stealth unit? That way every time the Stealth unit dies, it applies burnout to everything behind it. Then we don't have to worry about them anymore. I think that might be better than the Rage, because they're going to get Rage from the burnout anyway. We go increase capacity. Now we can fit the Draft in there. I think it's still unit upgrades. We're not going to take anything here. Yeah. We take this. We want Endless. Endless on a Tomb unit. We want... Maybe we start with Rage on the Draft. And an extra multi-strike. A burnout on the Molten Encasement so that it always dies. Oh wait, but then it'll increase its own burnout. Yeah, we don't want it to have burnout. We don't want it to have burnout. We want it to die from getting hit. Skip. And then the most important thing now is to put this Lady of the Reformed onto the Molten Encasement. Oh, but then it adds too much health. And if it's going to add too much health... maybe we do put Burnout 1 on. But then we put it in the back? If we put it in... Oh, but then that doesn't add Burnout. Ah, gosh, dang it. Yeah, I think we have to do it like this. We have to keep it with a... It's going to have a lot of health, but it's going to also be critical for us to keep the units around for long enough. Darkforge. And we go all in on Rally. And we didn't get the -2 cost. If we get the -2 cost, we'll put it onto... This is fine. We'll put it onto our... what spell did we take? The Last Stand. Okay, so we go... We want a 6 capacity floor. So we're going to go you... March of Shields. No. Wicklash. Wicklash? Wicklash. And Paraffin Enforcer up top. We want her to have Burnout. Okay, we get Paraffin Enforcer. Draft. And then Stealth. We're killing basically everything. Take 12 damage here. Okay. Well, that's obviously not what you want to see, but it is what we have. So we put you up front. That doesn't give you quite enough damage. This does, though, and then you kill the second one. Okay, great. Where is our Reform? That's fantastic. Okay, it keeps them around for a while. I think we can go a Rage Imp. Then he's killing the second unit. I don't know if there's a way for us to kill the backliner. There's not. We'd have to get this guy to be able to kill. Yeah, it's not going to happen. So then we just play two of... I'll put that up there. Hope we get the Shard Tail Queen back soon. Or the draft, or both. Okay. Did I accidentally put the stuff on the wrong ones? No, this is right. Oh, and she applies it when it comes back. Okay, that makes sense. I was mistaken on how that was working. But it's fine. We put this here. And we're going to take some damage here. Yeah, he's going to do a number on us. -7. He's going to do 63 damage. No, not quite. He can do 51 damage. Oh, no, we killed him in 2. Okay. Draft. Okay, play the draft out. Play the molten encasement out. This might already be enough damage. It is. Okay, cool. There's the queen. Do something like that, and we're good. It's a weird one, guys. It's a weird one. What would be great is if we could just kill our own unit on command, but it is what it is. Infinite Box, no. Rage Serum, no. No, yeah, we still don't do it. Remnant Host is obviously really good when you have things that you want to kill, but I think here it's not great. And I don't think we need Memento Mori either. Purge 2 cards. Get 10 per card. No, we don't do that. Stop it. Away with you. We're pretty set on unit upgrades here. I guess we could get something else for the Wickless Baron. But we can also do that here when we do removal. So I'd like to go trinkets, get a free trinket. Remove 2 train stewards. Clean up our draws a lot. Drawing is a problem for us right now. Apply Endless to the first friendly unit summoned each turn. That's pretty good. Hell's Banners means we can get Infinite Ember. Because we just keep it across all that. This has a really strong potential. As much as Endless would be really strong, I think this is actually okay. This is really good. Apply 3 Burnout every time. Plus 3 Burnout. Or Waxer Snuffer. Double Extinguish triggers. I think it's Combustible Wax, though. Because the trouble is keeping all of our Burnout units alive. We could get in a free artifact here, or not a free, an artifact for shards, but I think we're just going to keep going. I think we're good. Okay, this is fine. We don't need to worry about damage as soon as we can get our unit out. So removal is really important, and getting draw as our next upgrade is very important. We do not have time to do this down here, so we play them up top in this order. And we start hitting you. Killing one of them. I don't know. Play you here as well in the back. Give you extra armor. I think we still hold off. Put you up front. And everything is dying. Amazingly enough. And then we can actually kill one of them to save damage. Wow. Actually was not expecting us to do that much damage, but not going to complain. We play you here. And then that just makes this insane. We hold off on Last Stand. We can play it later for much better. And we're good. There is our... So we do this first, Whiplash. Then we do this. And all of a sudden, we're looking really solid. And our damage scaling is going to get out of control. Especially once the draft also has that same effect. Do that. And how are we looking? Triple. Boom. Cool. That seems really strong. Skip. We'll take an engulfed in. We'll take an engulfed in smoke. We have enough ember to do it, and stealth is going to be very important for later parts of the run. Let's go removal and dupe. We want to remove 2 train stewards. We want to dupe Last Stand. And we stick with this for now. We're going to do this upgrade set to finish things off. And I don't care about the cost now because we're getting so much. We're going to get so much ember. We don't need to stress. Okay, this is perfect. So we play you. Is it perfect? Can we afford to go on the low capacity so that we avoid garbage? Let's just play up here. We can play you down here. Maybe you salvage something for us. Get rid of this. We play this first. Then we play this. That adds burnout to everybody. We can pick you off. Cool. Play this guy out. That's not what we wanted to do. Oh, I'm a fool. Ah, foolish, foolish me. I don't know if we'll have enough damage now. Okay, we kill you. Play this. Oh my gosh. That was a lot of garbage. Please bring back the draft. We don't bring back the draft. This. Okay, I gotta redo that. The draft not being played on the right floor was like really, really bad. Because that's like all of our damage. He's most of our damage in one unit. So play you here. Play you, play you. Okay, let's do this again the right way. This time I'm actually gonna kill one of you. Stealth. Do this. Okay. This way we get a kill earlier. Play the draft in the back. Get rid of this. Give you some armor. Just to keep you around for a while. Okay. You're going to take longer, so let's pick you off. Block with 2 of these guys. Okay, how are we doing? One of them is dying. What if we do this? Doubling their rage does not actually probably do enough damage. Well, it might. It might actually do enough damage. Does not do enough damage. Play you. Play you. But it's still fine. We're only taking 9 damage here. And the next floors were good. Play you again. Bring back something. You're this? Yeah. Let's play you here. We go this. Order mattered, and we didn't do it right, but it's fine. Okay. We're not going to play stealth here because of the... Wait, what are you doing? Rally. Okay, good. So we play you here. Stealth. Order mattered again. Just play a couple of these guys out. Doesn't really matter. Okay, and now we should be fine. Play you. Do this. Play this. And Hornbreak. Okay. Quick Clash. We want him to die. You actually are kind of strong now, which is a little bit hilarious. Play you up front. Give you March of Shields. And we're good. Very cool. Okay, that worked out. It got a little sketchy in the middle there, but we ended up making it, whoa, transcendent. Actually, I don't think it's that great, but Wax and Spike seems awesome. We can just stack up our Ember and then go nuts, like blast the floors. Let's get draw. Oh my gosh. Do we purge things now? What do we have left? We could purge a lot of imps. We don't really need to purge a lot of imps. I think we're okay. We're gonna go unit upgrades and removal here. We will remove probably crappy imps, I think. And we want another endless. Do we put endless on the other molten encasement? Maybe on the imp. So we can always play. I don't know if we want another endless though. That's like removing a draw. Large stone, no, but rage to start out seems pretty good. We could large stone this guy. No. This Paraffin Enforcer is going away. I think we just leave. We need something for our. Oh, we did. We put rage on him. Rally again. And then we just play like the concealment. Armor 20. I think the armor 20 isn't going to make a big difference. It's really just do we get enough damage in time. So we play you. We play you with you. We could almost kill this guy. Give you some armor just for fun. Okay, we get you out. We can bring back the molten encasement. Put in an imp as well. Killing the front unit only. What if we do Wax and Spike right now? I'm guessing it doesn't make a difference. But if we do this plus Wax and Spike. 33 rage, plus another 10 damage, plus whatever we get for these guys dying. This is very problematic. Very, very, very problematic. This guy's gonna just kill our pyre because we have no way to damage him right now. Yep, okay. Try it again. Wow. Well, that's not good. That's really not good. Our scaling is very slow, especially when we can't play on the top floor. I guess what we could do is play you here. and then sack you and play you here, play you up top. That gives a little bit more damage. We could put the Wickless Baron in the back. Play the Molten Encasement up front. Play the Queen's Impling up front. This then adds 125, which is exactly the amount of damage we need to kill the Steel Wing. Which then adds, I mean, a little bit of damage to you. 92 damage. I have a strong feeling we're not going to survive this. I think we just lose. Oh, man. Is there any way to make this win? Interesting. It gives all your units piercing, or all your spells piercing. That's really good. The scaling is just too slow. We could do this. Again, it does not really matter. We can do this as well. Does not really matter. Try one last thing. One last thing. If we go you, kill you, give you that. Okay. Just want to do enough damage to kill the front unit. So play you up here. We give you guys Wax and Spike. This will be enough to kill... Almost enough to kill... This will be enough to kill the front unit. Okay. Wax and Spike does not change that. We could do Wax and Spike up here. Okay. Now, we go. Bring back. Molten Encasement does 200, or adds to, makes it 76. Do Rage. $94. We do an Imp as well. Doesn't die. So we put you here. And we get something else that does damage. What do we have left? An Impling. That does have Burnout. Something like that. We put an Imp here. I think we're still dead. Yeah, we did. Okay, didn't work. It was awesome until it wasn't. Alright, we have one last run I'm going to do. We tried and failed. I think we just didn't get... We had too many things. We should have done everything earlier. We needed to put the... Paraffin Enforcer onto the draft earlier, because then we would have automatically drawn Wickless Baron at the beginning. We'll end with a Umbra Primordium run with what? We're gonna go the root seeds setup. We're not gonna go with the cultivating. We're gonna try to do a Animus of Will, and ideally we get Stalwart Snack. And we're not gonna take Superfood because we have Seraph the Patient, or Seraph Temperance. Sorry, Hell's Banners. We want Stalwart Snack, please. Thank you. And we'll take a Relic. Merchant cost reduced for the whole run is fine. This is a little bit scary. We can plink some things out of existence. We're gonna have a really thick Train Steward. And hopefully that Train Steward is living. Do this. Then I think we just go 4 damage shield. Plink. Thank you. Plink. Nice. Play 2 of you. Double root seeds and 2 more damage shield. Not really what you want to see, but it's fine. We can plink. And then double root seeds again. Take 7. It's not bad. Dang, this guy's doing so much damage. Glimmer and root seeds. Play you out. Oof. That was a lot of early damage. Hopefully we get the 1 unit to rule them all, which will allow us to get through all the rest of the run without any problems. Void Binding is scary because we don't have any Ember generation yet. I guess we have Hell's Banners, but we don't have any way to play units for free yet. Another Prismal Dust. They are pretty good, but I think if we have too many of them, it's not good. I think we skip everything here. And the Steel Enhancer. Alloyed Construct. I think it's pretty good. We will take probably an Awoken Banner here. There's an Animus of Will, which we can then combine, because we definitely don't want to put inert multi-strike and gain fuel. Or do we? What if we do this? I actually think that's okay. I think the Animus of Will is stronger, because then it will have ×4 multi-strike, and we can get basically unlimited fuel. I don't think we want holdover. Let's just -1 onto root seeds and add damage to a plink or to a glimmer. I think it's plinks. I think we need to get morsels. It's pretty important. We're going to skip the artifact. Okay, this seems a lot more solid. Just go all in on damage. No, what we'd also like is a Morsel Master. But we'll see. We'll see if we end up getting something like that. To start with, am I okay with the Alloyed Construct? Well, since we don't have anything else to do yet, I think we just go all in on this. Animus of Will is going to have to find another way to live, which is that it won't. This adds quite a bit of damage. Not quite enough to kill anything, though. We don't play this. How are we doing? With a Glimmer, we're killing all the important things. We can first double Train Steward. Then we play Root Seeds, which also kills everything. And if it already kills everything, then let's just go Prismal Dust. and make sure that we don't take any damage. Okay. Plink is not going to be enough here. Oh wait, this Plink will kill stuff. Very good. Excuse me. Let's go with the... More damage. More rubble. This does not kill us. We just take the 5 extinguished damage. We're going to have 2 health left. Okay, we're going to get, hopefully... I'm going to put you out here. Do 25 damage. We only have to hit... How much fuel are you going to have? You're going to have 2 fuel. You have to hit twice. It's actually enough. Cool. Okay. We'll kill him. Because we're doing a lot of damage. Yeah. Whew. Scary stuff, though. 2 health is not a lot of health. Hello, Mothular. Welcome to the stream. I think we're going to go Space Prism. Mothulor. Sorry, Mothulor. Space Prism so we can fit more morsels on the floor. And skip. There's a Morsel Master. Okay. And then we want something to go with the Morsel Master. Choose a Divine Artifact. Pyre Armor. Not even a question. We need to make sure that if something leaks, it doesn't kill us. This is the first time we're going to be able to consolidate. This is the second time. Okay, we're good. Let's go with unit upgrades and another unit here. We really want another multi-strike. It's fantastic. And I think just some generic starting stats is fine. We can also give the Morsel Master some stats. We're going to put something else with the Morsel Master. Okay. No, not any of this. Skip. What do we get for... Merge 2 cards. Merge 2 spell cards. What could we merge? Ooh, this is interesting. What if we merge a Space Prism with a Gem Trove? It's a 2-cost give damage shield to the whole floor, add common uncommon morsels. If we remove consume from that, it's just an objectively better Gem Trove that constantly adds space onto the floor. That's interesting. Do we take this and then upgrade our... Honestly, I'll talk about it after this run. After this run, I'm going to do a full overview of what I think about the DLC. Let's go... Let's play middle floor. And even though we don't love, you know, giving one of our gorges to him, we're going to do it anyway. Let's get double damage here. Play you here. And we might as well give you damage shield, I guess. Okay, Animus of Will needs to survive. Or we play the robot now. Can he survive? 7. It depends on if this Plink hits this guy. Did not hit that guy. Because it didn't hit that guy. I think we have to play the Alloyed Construct. We play the Animus of Will up top. With the Train Steward blocking for it. And then we hit like this. Animus of Will kill everything there. Why did I put... Oh, he knocked him back! Okay, well you're gonna have to carry us, my friend. Let's we don't need to increase capacity there. Let's increase capacity here. Put another train steward up front. Blink. This is a problem. This is a huge problem. Oh my gosh, game. You gotta be kidding me. Gotta be kidding me with these spells. I need to turn that off. I forgot to turn that off on the beta. I have it turned off on the main game. The scroll while playing cards setting. And then let's remember how this rolls here. Maybe we even put Primordium up front. Yeah, okay, that's how we can do it. So we put Primordium up front, put the Morsel Master in the back. Does it still happen even still? Oh, it's so annoying. Let's get all the damage out. Play this onto you. And then just put you out here. Okay, so then we can put the Animus of Will up front. Plink. Of course, now it hits, because why wouldn't it? Play you up top. And we're in really good shape. We can play you with him. Have fun. And now we're starting to get some real damage rolling. So we can increase capacity here. Plink. How? How are you killing him? Oh, because you're doing multi-strike. Okay, well we could have prevented that. We could have just increased capacity there and put a train steward up front. So let's try this again. Ugh. Okay. Primordium. Morsel Master. Root Seeds. Nexus Spike. Prismal Dust on you. Okay. Good stuff. This time, we're not going to be stupid. We're going to put this guy here. We are going to plink. Play our Rebel Morsels out. Play a Gem Trove now. Yes. Actually, even better. And now we just can't leak units, but our Animus of Will should be able to survive at this point. It does very well. We can even put in a Train Steward to block the hit. Put a Train Steward up here to absorb all this nonsense. Good luck. We're all counting on you. And now we have a setup that's working. Okay. Cool. Let's go Glimmer, Plink, Plink. Just trying to get that guy low enough that we can maybe Plink him. How are we doing? I mean, there's a chance. It's pretty slim. Yeah, it's pretty slim. It's now a question of what's more important. I think probably the damage shield is more important. He is now in the back, which means he's a little bit safer. Do something like that. Do that. Give you guys something to think about. And then Root Seeds. And I think we actually somehow came together and found a run here, or found a path. Just do that and we kill him. Okay. Oh my gosh. Shroud Spike is going to be very, very important. Wait a minute. Animus of Will with Overgorgers. Now it's 32 health in a dream. But Animus of Will with Overgorger's ability. That's gonna be absolutely nuts. Hold on, okay, hold on. So we need now health removal. I don't think we want spell upgrades here. We're probably gonna remove the robot. And we're going to remove a trained steward. We're going to dupe our super spell. And we are going to combine our good buddy Overgorger onto the Animus of Will with ×3 multi-strike. We can -2 on the Nexus Spike. I wish we would have done that before. Or -2 on Shroud Spike is also really interesting. That's more like scaling, right? Like that's just for the scaling. Oh my gosh. Starward Snack, we're not going to do Superfood because we're not insane. And that completely changed things. I think this is okay with all the damage shield we're going to get. Yeah, he's going to get... Animus of Will is going to get, like, nasty. So we can do this and this. We can play this. It doesn't really do a whole lot yet. But it's still kind of important to do as much damage as we can. Damage shield 4 there is really important. Okay, so we play Nexus Forge. Get you out here. Plus you. Now we're killing the front unit. If we do 3 root seeds directly onto the Animus of Will. 1, 2, 3. We kill that guy. Cool. Seems really good. Now we get some permanent damage scaling going. Let's increase capacity again. We're going to go... Oh, we need a plink to hit here. This is like so critical. Please. Yes! Okay, we got a plink. And we go all in on this. Oh, okay. Okay, game. Now we're rolling. It has, okay, 84. Well, that's the current amount. Let's go root seeds. Nexus Spike, which gives us even more capacity, which makes us allows us to play this, which allows us to do more damage shield. Play you up here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, scaling problem, like, permanently solved. This one round alone is going to give us, I think, base damage, like, 20, I think. I don't know how many morsels we gorged. But it seems like with the Shroud Spike, I think we got at least 20 there. And the thing is, we can put 2 of them in a floor. We can fit 2 of them on a floor later. So we could dupe it at the end. If we feel so inclined. How you doing? Not great. That's kind of what we want to see. Oh, man. Unfortunate that we can't play our gem trove. Okay. But it is what it is. Skip. He's at 34 base. Or she's at 34 base. It's pretty good. We don't need any more unit upgrades. We need to go spells here. Even though the removal is pretty good. -1. No, remove consume from Shroud Spike. -1 onto. Probably a gem trove, so it's actually playable. Or we just, we just remove the gem trove later. The Nexus Spikes are just better versions. Get another Plink that does something. Reroll. Hold over. What do we want to hold over? Probably nothing. But we can -1 onto the other Nexus Spike. And let's remove a couple cards. Train Steward. Train Steward. Okay. Anything here interesting? No. We're probably just going to put the Morsel Master, duplicate it, and put it on itself. We have a dupe here, and then we can immediately consolidate. That seems pretty good. And then we can dupe again here to dupe our Shroud Spike if we want. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of damage and a lot of attacks. Health is going to be a problem, but hopefully we can get enough damage shield to keep things rolling. We do not need this money, so let's not push ourselves too thin here. Okay. Play you out. What are you waiting? What are you waiting for? Does it take the damage from the melee weakness and carry it over? That's pretty ridiculous if it does. Root Seeds, Prismal Dust. Okay, this is perfect. We do this. We do Nexus Spike. We go Jeweler into damage. We take you. Oh my gosh. Nuts. Okay. Play you down here. Very solid. Try to hit some stuff here if we want. Cool. Play you guys down here. Cool. Another Shroud Spike. Can we create any morsels though? We cannot. This is one of the problems. We need to be able to consistently create morsels. It's the one thing we lack. One hit kills him. Okay, we're good. We may need to keep Gem Trove just so we can consistently create units. How are we doing? Pretty good. Pretty good. Base is now 61. Cannibalize. Or trample. Trample's really, really strong. We're gonna skip. We need to find a way to get consistent morsels. This is a problem. Let's hope for a -2 here or a -1. Intrinsic. Let's dupe our Morsel Master. Add him to himself. And then we need a -2. Gift of Gratitude, we play it once and we're happy. I don't want to do Petty Theft. But we can stack up tons of Ember. I mean, imagine if we get it in the same turn as a Shroud Spike and we can do it on an Ember Morsel. Then we get all that Ember and then we dump it into a huge coin. Yeah, huge coin value turn. Let's go second floor. It's obviously good. Do we just do it now? Or do we greed? This is 160 coins right now. I think we greed. I don't think we greed. I think it's too risky up there. Okay, we do Morsel Master, Space Prism. Bad turn. Bad turn. Why you gotta be like that? Okay, we can Glimmer down here. Man, another bad turn. At least we do enough damage to keep our guys rolling here. Okay, there we go. There's some decent stuff. Let's get some, probably Jewelers. Put you guys up here like this. Cool. Okay. Also fine. We do this again. Get Excavators. Get Trample Stone. And stack you up. Kill you. How are you not killing everything easily? Interesting. Okay. Plink does not do anything here, so we just go full Root Seeds. Double Glimmer. Okay. We should hit here. Hit 1, that's fine. Then we can go into a Shroud Spike, which will then go into a double Root Seeds, Prismal Dust. And now we're fine. We can actually play Gem Trove, which is kind of hilarious, giving us 3 lifesteal. This guy's still living somehow, which is beyond me. But congratulations to him. And we just do this. Yep, and there's the lack of Plink again, but let's see where we're at. We should be like 100 now? 91. Okay. Quick. Okay. More draw. Choose a divine artifact. It gets plus 60% HP. That represents 2 extra HP. Let's do a Divine Chain of Gems. Or Divine Trader's Quill. Yeah, this guy's gonna... What is in my beard? My beard is all fuzzed up. We don't want to do unit upgrades. Let's go left path then. We can remove. I think we still have a Train Steward. And a crappy Plink. I think it's a Glimmer. I think the Glimmers are just not good. And what do we have here? Stings are bad. This is bad. This is bad. Reroll. All this is bad. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Buffet. Ooh, is it aggressive edible? Actually, I don't think we're going to need damage by the end. We're going to end with a duplicate and a spell upgrade. And I guess we take 100 here so that we can do one spell upgrade later. Spell shield is a little sketch. Just means we can't get his morsels as easily, but I think we try it anyway. Okay. Kind of what we were worried about. Let's go you. Let's go second floor. How are you doing with damage? You're actually okay so far. But it's not amazing. This helps. Root seeds. We wish we had a better plink. Oh, we can do this. Totally forgot about that. Then we can play this to give you more health, which is quite important. Give you Umber Stone and Glimmer. Play you guys up here. Blink. Try to get rid of some of the damage shield. Okay. There's our other one. Play this. Play this. Again, it's health. Quick. Play you guys up here. And blink. Prismal. I think we're good now. We're not gonna take any more damage. We would love for a plink to hit here. There's a chance. Oh my gosh. It would be so cool if this hit. Didn't hit. That's fine. It's fine. Again? Please? Please? Please. Heck yes! Okay. Get rid of you. Give us this. It's not like crazy, but... Oh my gosh. Stressful. We're not going to get another plink. Unfortunately. But now we're fine. We have all the damage. We actually have a lot of health, surprisingly. But 224 by 4 and then multi-strike should be just fine. Cool. Okay. What are you at now? She's over 100. She's over 100 now. Grovel. Grovel is a way to consistently get it. If we can get holdover on it, then we're fine. Then we have a permanent being able to play stuff out. So we're going to go right path here. Holdover? Not yet. What do we get here? -2 cost. We'll go with Grovel. And then -1 to a root seeds, probably. No. Make a 0 cost Nexus Spike. We could double stack Nexus Spike. I don't really want to. I guess we could double stack a Prismal Dust. And then holdover, please. Nope. Since we're going to rely on 2 spells, we need Gem Trove. We permafrost Gem Trove to have it when we need it. +10 to another plink. We're going to yeet the other plinks, probably. And this is okay. Reroll. Oh, that would have been nice, but it's fine. Apply Rooted could become relevant. And then we're going to get rid of Bad Plink. Bad Plink. And Bad Glimmer. Okay, I think we're good now. We want to dupe. Probably... I think duping Shroud Spike is too optimistic. But duping the Grovel seems like it could be... Well, or Gem Trove. Yeah, I think that's right. I think it's Gem Trove, so that we have 2 of them permafrosted. We can guarantee we get morsels when we need them, because that's the biggest problem, is just getting the morsels out. What do you have again? You have 113. That should get a lot higher after this fight, since we now have a guaranteed morsel generation, and we start with morsel generation. Although we can't play them because of the capacity. That was actually a mistake. Should have played it differently than that, but you know, it's like whatever, man. Root seeds. Plink. Okay. That's what you want to see. So your Nexus Spike. One of them got added into here. Let's go health morsels. Give you quick, and then we go Shroud Spike. There we go. Good luck, we're all counting on you. Okay. We can grovel into Magma Morsel, into Trample, into double Prismal Dust, single Prismal Dust. I think we're going to be able to get a better double later. Okay. Increase capacity. I think we Gem Trove still over the Plinks. I don't know. We do this. Oh, actually, this is really good. Then we can trigger like that. And then we can get 22 damage shield. And now we're good. Alright. Let's grovel into this. Continue to stack. And we just do not have the space for all these morsels. It's funny because like we get a lot of morsels. Should we just play Gem Trove to just put out morsels? I just don't know if that makes sense. I mean, everything dies to the Animus of Will. It does too much damage. Grovel. Morsel Excavator. Into Shroud Spike. Into Root Seeds. Cool. Alright. Steel Enhancer. Root Seeds. We can actually Plink here. And then, I mean, it probably just makes sense to Gem Trove anyway, right? Like, why not add damage shield to everything? Yeah, it gives him a little bit of damage, but he's going to die anyway. And what's our damage at right now? Ooh, wow, okay. So we go this. Hold on. Root Seeds. Then we do this. Morsel Miner. Shroud Spiked. Seems good. Play a Jeweler. Play a Grovel. Good luck, guys. We're counting on you. And this is 1600 damage quick. What's he at? That still shows his current amount. We could try to hit a Plink here. But I think... if we miss it, though, we don't get to do it. So let's just do a Gem Trove. Keep it consistent here. Get ourselves even more. And yeah. Now we're at 2,000. We can do Grovel, into Excavator, into Shroud Spike, into Excavator. 2400 damage quick. Trample. And let's see what we're actually at now in terms of damage. 220 base damage. You don't even get many Overgorgers that heavy. 220 base damage with ×3 multi-strike. I really want to play on the bottom. It's just a matter of can we survive the bottom. I think we can because we get the Chain of Gems. Play this. We grovel. We Gem Trove. 6, 6. So we have 3 damage shields. 6, 6, 6. He does 20. So 1 more damage shield, and then we're in the clear. And I think we go like this. Give you all the stats. And then we just go nuts. Good luck. We're counting on you. Okay. And we can let those guys go to the pyre. That's just a little bit of damage. Alright, this is scary. We're gonna go you. You. Plink is not... Even if we hit a Plink, it doesn't matter. But we may be able to kill this thing. Nope. But next turn, we're guaranteed to get one of our increased capacities. Yeah, we get this Nexus Forge here. And then suddenly... These guys would all have damage shield. Root. We're not doing as much damage as I thought because of all of the damage shields. Okay, that helped. Now just this guy's living. We can increase capacity again. And just get like an absurd amount of units here. Let's give you all the damage shield. And unfortunately we cannot kill them. They are rooted though, which is kind of interesting. Put you guys out here, do some damage. Okay. The 290 is scary. That guy's very scary. I did not Gem Trove very first, and now I'm sad. We could prevent this damage here and totally nail it. That's awesome. Play this. Don't get the garbage. We can do this though, making it much more likely that they live. Another one probably in the back. Put you up here. Oh, you get damage shield though. We just gave you extra damage. I'm a fool. Okay. So. This turn though. Trample. Shroud Spike. Wait. Shroud Spike. Pretty good. Okay, as long as this guy doesn't kill us, we're good. We start. I really want to hit those plinks, but it's so risky. We're gonna go like this. Block a hit. Block a hit. Double plink. Please. Gosh dang it. How much damage is he gonna do? He's gonna do 6 hits. 69 plus whatever he does. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're good. We do so much damage with these, with our Animus of Will now. So Gem Trove into this, into this, into these. 1200 damage. Okay. Every turn I get a little more nervous, but so far... Oh, wow, okay. That's good. We can go double stacked. One of those. Next turn, we're killing him. We got a Primordium build to work. And a weird one. This is different. Very, very different type of build. The comeback. Whew. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, that Animus. 275 by 4. We unlocked a card frame. Why did we unlock a card frame? Is it because we won on every single one? Let's look at our card frames. Achieve divine victory with all clans. That'll be a fun one. Complete all 25 expert challenges with divine victories. Complete 15 expert challenges. Okay. Win Hell Rush. Okay, we got these already. So we'll have everything through this, and then this will be fun. All right. So let's talk. Oh, let's talk about the DLC as a whole. So, how do I want to structure this? I think the best way is to start with the easier stuff and then work our ways to the more complex stuff. Let's talk about Wormkin as a clan. So again, summary of Wormkin is it's got a couple of main mechanics. The first one is the Charged Echoes mechanic, which then interacts with a lot of different things. It interacts with this extract. So you extract candies to get abilities. You have Reap, which does damage based on the Charged Echoes. You have units that have plus damage based on Charged Echoes. You have interactions where you get a summon trigger based on Charged Echoes. And that's like, I mean, I haven't seen everything yet, but basically that's like the main core part, right? Separate from that, there are two kind of mini mechanics that are not so widespread across the clan. The second is just the idea of using Consume. So you have a lot of Consume cards, and then they synergize with things that have, where is it? Etch, right? So Etch is every time you play a Consume card, you have an effect. The second smaller mini mechanic is Eggs. Eggs also interact with Charged Echoes because you require Charged Echoes or some form of doing that in order to remove the shell, and then once all the shells are removed, you get the eggs. So I did 6 runs in total. So it's not like I played a ton. I didn't play every single clan combination, but my impressions are that it is a little bit underpowered compared to a lot of the other clans. If you go with Spine Chief, and I think it is incredibly strong if you go with Echo Right. I think Echo Right is easily the superior of the two. because the mechanics that Echo Right has, at least 2 of the 3 are much better than what you get out of Spine Chief. I think Reap is severely underpowered as a mechanic. It's very, very difficult to stack enough Reap to kill things like you would with Frostbite. So the way you have to look at Reap is Reap cannot be considered a boss killer. You have to consider Reap as a kind of backline kill, similar to like Spikes, but even Spikes has the potential to do stuff during Relentless. So it's you can't rely on Reap as a way to stack enough damage to kill bosses, which is fine. You don't have to have, not everything has to be a boss killer, but I think it makes it difficult because then you have to consider what is going to be your main way of killing bosses. Spine Chief isn't going to do it for the most part. You're going to have to find something better. You're going to have to find something like a Kinhost Carapace, some good eggs. You can find, Shard Soul Carver is also okay, but you really can't rely on Spine Chief. What Echo Right does that's really nice is if you go with the egg route, he gives you some fantastic eggs. Especially his rank 3 egg is like massive, it's huge, and it's very, very strong. And in addition, you have his bringing consume cards back. I think that's his best path by far. It allows you to do some really, really crazy stuff. If you have, for example, like an Ember Drain package build, that means you have infinite Furnace taps. So as long as you have the Ember to play it, you can just get in Furnace taps forever and just keep playing them out. The one I did was with regen with a Wildwood Sap, but basically any of those you can abuse like crazy. So Kinhouse Carapace, I think it's actually quite good in specific types of builds. It's really good in a Reform deck because despite the fact that its capacity grows, it will always have a maximum, and the maximum will always be 6. You cannot create a unit that has more than 6 base capacity. So this is why even if you add Large Stone to Shadow Siege, for example, he'll still stay at 6 capacity. So you can actually go pretty nuts with Kinhost Carapace as long as you have a way to reform him. That's one way to do it. He's also very good as a backliner if you get a frontliner if you can get a lot of strong stuff in the back and then you play him at the end. Oh, it doesn't let you add it because of, okay, that's probably why, because of the capacity. I think the only way you can add Large Stone is if you add it after you've gotten the Cavern events that puts him down to 1 capacity. But yeah, so he's really good as a way to, like, once you have a floor that you want set up and it's done, then playing him in the front I think is quite good. But anyway, that's very specific. As I said, I think his Reap is vastly underpowered. I don't know if it needs to be reworked, but it becomes kind of awkward. The extract cards I think are the most powerful individual cards that you have. In particular, Soul Crushing Guilt and where is it? Soul Crushing Guild, Forced Contamination, and Proclamation are extremely powerful cards. If you have consistent Charged Echoes generation, these 3 cards go insane. I think you can see that in some of the runs that I did. Forced Contamination, adding 3 melee weakness. If you have a really powerful front hitter or a unit with quick, you can get insane damage numbers. Like, obviously mine was like way over the top, right? Like I had a unit doing 2,000 damage. So we ended up doing something like 12,000. But even if you don't have something that huge, like getting a Forced Contamination can just save you. So there's a lot of stuff there. Soul Crushing Guilt, as I said, can be really, really strong. I didn't ever get to try, so Ashaka, you mentioned this Glug Cider behind a Spine Chief. That could be quite good. I could imagine that being quite good. So there's a possibility, but I think in general still, I think Reap is just not as powerful as it should be as a mechanic. So yeah, so I think it's an interesting clan. I think it's got a lot of really cool mechanics in it. I wouldn't say it's jumps to my favorite. I still think, in terms of just like raw power, Melting Remnant, Little Fade is still the most powerful champion in the game. After Little Fade, then it gets a little bit more variety. In terms of fighting the last Divinity, I still think Little Fade's the strongest by far. If you can get Firelight Little Fade, it's I think it's hard to lose last Divinity runs with that. I did two off stream that I didn't show, and it's still both all three runs I did with Little Fade. All of them were completely solid, and I didn't have any risks. After that, I would say Hornbreaker Prince is quite good if you can get either a solid Brawler or a solid Wrathful build rolling. Because of the sustain you get from Wrathful, it can work quite well. And then let me think. And well, okay, so we're jumping around. But I would say, as a package, it's somewhere around fourth or fifth out of the six clans in terms of strength from the cards. And I think Echo Right is probably mid tier, and I think Spine Chief is pretty low in terms of champion power and how good it is compared to the other champions. That's my impression. I need to play more with it, of course, to get a full impression, but that's my current impression. So that was the first one, the clan, right? The new clan. Oh, I also didn't talk about. Let me go to the next one then. So we talk about relics. Of course, I didn't see everything. There's still some stuff I haven't seen. Of the new relics, a lot of them I actually don't love. Capricious Reflection, I don't like it. I know some people might feel differently, but I actually don't think it's good to have things come with random reward packs. Conscription Notice I did never take. I don't see a value there either. I think a random summoned unit, maybe early game is quite good, but I think late game it becomes a liability. And I'm not too concerned about early gameplay. I'm mostly concerned about late gameplay. Faulty Loader is okay for certain builds. If you have something like what we had, where we had either an accumulator type build where you're trying to get a lot of harvest triggers, that can be quite good because then it gives you a little bit more time to prep. But I think for most builds, the first wave isn't the problem. It's more the later waves that become problematic, and their Faulty Loader doesn't do anything. I think Golden Vault makes playing against the Last Divinity potentially easier, because you don't have to worry about all of the direct damage he's doing to your pyre. Outside of that, I think it's pretty weak. It will hurt you early game. It will help you late game. So if you can get this in your last trinket, I think it's quite good. It can help you win the Last Divinity because then you really don't have to worry about him shooting your pyre, which is pretty important. Him killing your pyre is a real thing. So being able to protect against that with your money, leftover money, I think is pretty good. Rationing Scales is the opposite. It's fantastic early game, and it is a huge liability against the Last Divinity. I think unless you are extremely confident that you will not have a single leak, you cannot take Rationing Scales if you're going to go against the Last Divinity. If anything leaks, you just lose. It's over. You don't have enough pyre health to survive one leaked unit and all of the damage the Last Divinity is doing to you. So I think Rationing Scales, again, it's a huge early game benefit. It just wrecks you late game. And I should also mention I'm doing all this based off of Covenant 25. Mark of Exile, there's the two of them. Mark of the Champion, Mark of Exile. I think it really depends on the champion. On Primordium, it's pretty bad. On Penumbra, on the other end, it's really, really good. Obviously on Titan Channel, both of them are going to be amazing. So it really depends what champion you get, but I think they can be extremely powerful. Lost Luggage, I think, is the best of the new relics. Easily, in my opinion, the best of the new relics. Having that flexibility to have 10 cards your first turn is, you really can't undersell that. That basically means you're going to have the pick of the units that you want or the pick of the spells that you want to play at the beginning. The only, I would say, asterisk to that is if you are worried about playing multiple units because of Ember cost, it can become a liability. But for the most part, having more cards that first turn is actually really, really huge. And it's better. What is the best relic in the game overall? The best relic in the game overall, contextually, is Waxer Snuffer or Founding Seal. So if you have an Extinguish build or if you have an Incant build, these are the two best relics in the game. As far as general purpose relic, it's probably Emblem of Exiles or Thornfruit. Thornfruit is a free draw each turn that eventually kind of muddies your deck, but early this is huge. Emblem of Exiles is just free health on every floor, and the more floors you have, the better it is. Maybe a close one behind that is actually contextually there's three. It's a Waxer Snuffer, Founding Seal, and then Fossilized Fangs. So those are the triumvirate of like in context best. So if you have the builds to support these relics, they will just win you the game. But you have to have the right units to support them, right? General purpose is Emblem of Exiles, I think. Closely followed by Thornfruit. Closely followed maybe by something like Hell's Banners or Hell's Banners or Forever Flame. Those are always pretty good. If you're looking at like neutral, I mean, Railhammer's always really good. Railforge's Hammer is always really good. Mind Jacks is always really good. There's a few of them that are always really good, but I think these two are just the most general purpose, and then these three are the best in context. What are also new ones? Obviously, you have the 3 crap ones that get replaced by 3 pretty good ones. Immortality Potion. I actually don't know if it's worth taking Broken Wheel in order to get Immortality Potion. It's kind of, I don't know. I didn't know what it was when I took it. I don't think the payoff is as good, in my opinion. Corrupted Cloud into... Yeah, exactly. Fossilized Fangs would have been like insane with that last build, right? Corrupted Cloud into... Where is it? Vial of Tears is actually okay. So this is pretty good. Free garbage contextually. So if you're playing against Seraph, the Diligent, then yeah, absolutely. Taking Sinner Salve is awesome. Making all your garbage free. If you're gonna go with Dante build, Sinner Salve is really good because then all of your blights are free. So it certainly helps. I wouldn't say it's like game winning, but it is certainly going to help. Having them purge on creation would be better, obviously, but because they're still filling up your deck. You just you're not going to take damage because you're always going to be able to play them. In Ember Drain builds, especially, this could be really extreme, really, really valuable. Yeah, that's true. Okay. I think that covers it. Then if you look at like specifically the ones added to Wormkin, I think out of the Wormkin ones, I mean, Base Charge is really strong. Dun Echo is pretty good. Encased Divinity is really good. So especially with Extract, the nice thing about Encased Divinity is that you can extract it multiple times in the same turn and it doesn't go away. So if you have something like a whole bunch of 2 extracts that also are creating charged echoes, then you can play them out like without having to lose any charged echoes, which is really solid. Decayed Decoy always sounded really good. I don't know that it was ever actually amazing. And extra 2 empty echo slots would be huge. Okay, I'm guessing that's this one here. Double Consume card. That's actually really strong. Double Consume card could also be really, really, really strong. So yeah, I mean, they're pretty good in context with the clan. I would say consume related stuff is going to be better because it's more general purpose. And with the exception of, I think that these ones where you start with charged echoes is always good. This one's, I think in case Divinity is probably better than base charge, but base charge is also really good. Okay, so that's like everything to do with the clan and everything to do with the new additions. Oh, I guess I should also talk about new cards. Let's talk about the brand new unit, starting with or units in each clan, and then the new spell. So we have, he is a rare, Apex Imp. Apex Imp is hilarious and can be broken very easily. Yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say. It's completely broken. It's very easy to go insane here. You just get him with something like, yeah, any type of consistent armor upgrades, and you just have an extremely high damage, high armored unit. Any of the I mean, Reinforce here becomes insane. Ally of the Ancients is 25 rage. So it's 50 damage, basically. Really, really strong, right? So Apex Imp, I think, is a really strong addition and really emphasizes this whole armor rage aspect of the Hellhorned. Here we get Stalesinger, which I never actually played. I played him for his to get his thing, but I didn't actually play him. It seems really strong. I need to actually play it. It seems like a really strong holo. I don't know. I need to play it, right? But it seems like it'd be really easy if you have the tools for it to be a standalone floor with maybe, like, I don't know, one other unit with it and just go nuts with rejuvenation. Could be really, really strong. I need to test it out. So I don't have any opinions, but my feeling is, or I don't have any like experience, but my feeling is that it is an incredibly strong unit. One of the strongest units. Stygian Guard. I didn't ever see the unit. Hilarious. What's a Stygian Guard unit? Has anyone seen it? Has it been posted somewhere that I can see? Eel Gorgon. Incant, gain multi-strike, lose all stat effects. Oh, I remember that. Ah, yeah, that's right. Mixed feelings. I remember seeing it, and I obviously have no experience with it, but I kind of have mixed feelings. I need to see it in action, but I feel like it's underpowered. I think it's hard to take advantage of it, and it's really hard to, I guess you just put base stats on it, right? Because you don't want it to lose its status effects. Yeah, a little bit weird. It could be insane in a, actually it would be really bad in a Ember Drain deck. You can't even put it on it. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, weird one. I'd have to play with it, but I think it seems underpowered. Maybe with a Primordium build you could do it. Here we have Morsel Maid. Really love Morsel Maid. I think it's hilarious. It requires the proper setup, and the proper setup means you have to get something like, I would say, an average of 3+ morsels per turn. If you're averaging 3 morsels per turn, I think it's great. If you're getting less than that, I think you would be better off picking one of the others. But if you're getting more than 3 morsels per turn, Morsel Maid's going to get really insane very quickly. That's +6/+6 plus whatever the morsels are giving you, which is pretty fast scaling. That's like Root Seeds level scaling, which is not bad. And the fact that you can play it in the back too. That's another really interesting thing. It's the only Gorger that you can play in the back, where all other ones you have to put up to the front. So it has some different mechanics, which is quite cool. Also combining him with Morsel Master is hilarious, because then he just doubles everything that he can play, right? Hey, Chris.
Melting Remnant doesn't get a unit, gets a spell, gets hallowed halls. I mean, you guys, if you haven't yet, I guess I should post those. Oh, I actually have it. It's uploaded. I just haven't had it go live yet. Hallowed Halls, man. It's a doozy. It can be amazing. It can be extremely stressful. I played it a lot with Hallowed Halls. I actually really think it's a fun card, but it is incredibly weird to play with. This is the defeat the last Divinity with all clans card frame. But yeah, big fan of Hallowed Halls. I don't know if it's A tier, but I think it's hilarious and I like it. Really big fan of this card, just because of how fun it is. Creates a whole different style, whole different type of build, where you just kill everything, bring them all back, kill everything, bring them all back, which I think is a really interesting way to play. And then there were some changes. We had multi-strike added to our Horned Warrior, which I think makes absolute sense. In fact, it amazed me that there was not a default multi-strike unit in Hellhorned. So I think this absolutely made sense as a change. Toning down, cultivating, sentient made a lot of sense because it's really, really strong. I'm still amazed that Little Fate has not been toned down because I still think it's way too strong. And they removed one of the spell reductions from Awoken's Railspike. All morsels got improved. So I think all around, I like a lot of the changes. I only wish that Little Fate got nerfed. I think it's still, Firelight is still too strong. And maybe I'm the only one that plays it the way that I play it. But I don't know anyone that can't win with Firelight right now. Maybe it's just people just don't know how to use it properly, and I just have, I don't know, I'm in sync with the game there, but it's hard for me to lose with Firelight, and I think that that's problematic to have a build that's so it's so consistent to get strong. So that's the only thing that I wish would change that I'm surprised has not been changed. Okay, so that's everything to do with cards and decks. Let's talk about the last Divinity as a boss, right? So I think the boss encounter is very interesting. I think, how do I say this? I think too much of the power in the last Divinity is on the units. And I think there's not enough power in the last Divinity himself. So first off, I love the encounter. I love the idea of a 3-floor encounter. I love the idea that each floor has a different kind of mechanic behind it. So one is a sweep, one is a multi-strike, one is a trample. It's awesome. I think that the purity is a little bit hard to swallow because it immediately negates frostbite builds. You cannot get a flying kill with a frostbite build, which I think is not fair to those builds. So I don't love that purity completely negates frostbite builds. It basically means with a frostbite build you have to get to relentless, and then you have to get enough frostbite during relentless. And I think that is not, I think that's not fair to those builds because all the rest are not affected. It doesn't affect rage. It doesn't affect, there's no more covenant levels. It's still the same amount. There's still just the 25. I don't even think it needs to be half. I think that how would I do it? Even if it was like they fall off at twice the rate. Maybe half is right. Maybe it needs to be chased level, right? You do half. Maybe that's right. I just think the fact that it removes it after it does damage is it's just so unfair. Maybe you do it like that. Like every time you take a tick, it halves it. Yeah, maybe that's the right way to do it. But it seems unfairly targeted to those frostbite builds, and I think frostbite builds struggle already. They're not consistent. Frostbite builds have the problem of often getting wrecked by units already, right? Like you have your Soul Guard cold channel build, and the units just kill Soul Guard because they do so much damage. Or you have your Chillwind Tethys build, and then you're only able to kill the front unit because Tethys doesn't have access to the back units. So already from the beginning, Frostbite is struggling. And then on top of that, even if you somehow manage to keep your Soul Guard alive, or you keep Tethys in a way to kill the back line, I think it's not fair to those builds. I'll talk about Covenant levels a little bit later. So what I would do, I would not change the damage numbers. I would potentially add a minor effect onto each floor. And what I was thinking was something like one floor does one sap. Like, for example, you could have the top floor sweep and sap. You reduce the damage, but it saps everybody every turn. That's one way you could do it. You could then have the multi-strike be something like, I don't know, a cleanse effect. So it hits twice, and then it cleanses that unit. And then you could have the bottom floor, the trample, be something like on harvest, get rage or something like that. So it builds up damage over time. I think you could do something like that without changing the raw damage numbers to make each floor unique, then more than just like, okay, I play the bottom floor if I have early damage. I play the middle floor if I have a strong tank. I play the top floor if all of my units can survive it. Like, I think it's having something more unique about the floors would improve the experience for me, because that's basically my thought process is like, it can't have a triggered ability because that makes silence more powerful. I disagree with that. The reason I disagree with it is because we do that with Seraph already, right? 2 of the Seraphs can be silenced. So I don't know. I feel like it's, or you can even silence, I mean, you can silence Talos. You can't silence Daedalus. But I don't know. I feel like that's not, I feel like that's not the, yeah, you could do that. You could say immunity to silence. And you could even have it be that purity's on a floor that is difficult for Frostbite to work, right? You have purity on one floor, but not on all floors. And then if you have it on one floor, you make that floor difficult to survive. You have it have sweep. It's the sweep floor is also the purity floor. Or the sweep floor is the only floor that doesn't have purity or something. I don't know. But I think it's just, right now it's too heavily damaging to permafrost or to Frostbite builds. And all the rest are basically fine. I guess Reap is also difficult, but as I said, I don't think Reap is a boss killer for the most part. I think Reap is mostly for AoE, and you need other ways to kill bosses. So I think it's not affecting as much there. But I love the idea. I like the encounter. I think the encounter should have the floors be more unique, if possible, and I think it should not be so blatantly against Frostbite builds. That's the things I would change. Make the floors more unique, and nerf how much it just negates Frostbite builds. And then I think it's perfect. Shards. The only thing I think shards should do different is it should tell you how it affects the combat before the combat starts. But I really like the way they implemented shards. I think general all-purpose improvements is not the way to make shards. I love that they hit specific units, and that those specific units not just have extra health, but they have extra stuff. They have damage shield, they have extinguish triggers, they have multi-strikes, they have, and then of course stat buffs. I don't know if they're balanced, but I like the way they implemented that across the board. I think it makes a lot of sense. I just wish it was more transparent. And it's one of the things that I think Monster Train could improve on in general. New players have no idea, for example, about priority units. New players have no idea about things like, morsels get gorged by burnout units. And, units that burn out, their effects happen at the end of the turn rather than in the middle of combat. So I think it would be really good if they could make some more transparency. Like if you hover over them in combat, or even Chris, as you're mentioning, having an enemy page could do that you could see their corrupted versions at the different threat levels. And then as well, if they had it on the front, you could hover over them and it would show basic stats. And then at that threat level, this is what it will do instead. Because having that information helps you make decisions around trials. But the whole shard thing, I think, is fantastic. I think it's a fantastic risk-reward system. I think it's the best risk-reward system I've seen implemented in a game. I think it's on par with Hades level. I mean, Hades has the most flexibility in terms of being able to pick and choose exactly what you want to make more difficult. But I think it's more along that line, where it's like it's a risk-reward. If you want to get the rewards, if you want to be able to face Last Divinity, if you want to be able to get these huge buffs, you take a huge risk. And I love that in this game. I think it's something that's really needed. Because Covenant 25 can get really stale, but now we have this, and maybe then I bring it back to Covenant levels. I think the 25 Covenants are fine. I think having the shards adds another layer of I want to push the limits of the game, which is something that I haven't really been able to do except for self-limiting challenges. Things like playing with modifiers, playing with mutators, playing with specific, we can only have 2 units, or we only play with the champion, or we don't use damage spells, or whatever, like self-limiting stuff. This is a way to really, really crank up the difficulty, but it's based on my decision making and it's based on my timing. I can decide I want the early game to be rather smooth, and then I want the late game to get insane, or vice versa. I have a strong early game build that becomes more difficult later on, so I'm going to front load my shards to help me, and then later on not take anything new. So I think there's a lot of flexibility with it. I think it's really, really well implemented. I think some of the spell upgrades are not amazing. I mean, they're not all equal. The -2 cost and the +30 damage, I think, are easily the top tiers. I don't think Purge is worth 10. I mean, you saw me basically ignore it the whole time. I don't think Purge is worth 10 shards. I don't think Gold is worth 10 shards for the most part, unless you need it to get to the 100 or you really need to get an upgrade. The artifact, it really depends. I think early artifacts, it's pretty good. Late artifacts, it's not so good. And then the final mechanic, which is the sacrifice and combine, is amazing. Like, in terms of just adding more complexity layers to the game, it's amazing. And what's great about it is that you can ignore it if you don't like it. Like, there's no need. If you don't want to do the Last Divinity, if you don't want to face all of that, and you just want to play Covenant 25 with all of the stuff, you can do that. And I love that it's a choice. But I love that it opens up this whole new area of, like, what can I do? Get an Animus of Will with Overgorge. Get a Thorned Hollow with another incant on top of it. Like, unit fusing is so cool, and I think the way they implemented it is so smart, and it will completely change how people play this game. When we get to live, that's when I want to look at it, Chris. I want to wait until it's live because I expect there will be tweaks. So in summary, what do I think? In terms of new content, there's not really a lot of new content. There's a new clan, which is arguably a lot. I mean, it's a brand new clan, and there's a new final boss. There's no new flying bosses. There's no new units. There's a couple of new cards and a handful of new relics. content-wise, it's okay. In terms of like fleshing out the game to make it more dynamic, it adds a lot of layers. The shards layers, the fusing layers, the new upgrades that you can get with getting shards adds a whole new dimension to the game that makes it much, much more replayable. So, in my opinion, that's the star of the show, is this layering of the mechanics. What I'm hopeful for is that in the future, they add more content. So I love the DLC for the new mechanics and this kind of adding complexity. But I do want to see more just raw content. I think, and I would say not even content in terms of, how do I say it? Not content in terms of like having more cards. I actually think having more dynamic combats. I know all the combats by heart. Now with the shards, it's okay. It's getting a little bit more diverse. But I'd love to see more bosses. I'd love to see boss choice in the future, where you have, or even, flying boss choice. I think that could be really cool. I like the idea of layering in more decision making than you have right now on some of those other areas. And then I would like to see more enemies. I'd love to see more enemies, more bosses, more flying bosses in the future. Last Divinity as a boss is amazing. If they can get more combat encounters like that, I'm all for it. But I'm really, really happy with the new mechanics. I'm really, really happy with the new end game, Covenant 25 Plus, that's going to come. What I don't know anything about yet is the new challenges. I haven't tried them. I wasn't going to spend time doing challenges. I just wanted to get as much feeling for everything else first. So apologize if you were hoping I would do expert challenges. But yeah, exactly. Boss choice is, I wouldn't necessarily say you have a choice of which boss you pick, but I could imagine something where you have boss paths, right? So you could say, okay, or maybe some type of effects you can add to bosses specifically. I don't know. But I think the idea of choice in enemy is something that they could also layer in that would be really interesting compared to right now. Maybe something like at the beginning, you could have a covenant level where at the beginning you have to pick a modifier that affects the whole run. And it's your choice. You have a set of them that you can pick, and they affect everything in the run. I don't know. Something like that to make the other side, the enemy side, more dynamic than it is. I'm just thinking if there's any other last thoughts that I had. I think that covers all of my opinions. My expectation is it's probably going to be something like a $15 to $20 US dollar DLC. At that price, I think it absolutely makes sense. I mean, Must Train by itself was not very expensive to begin with, and then on top of that, you're adding in basically an entire end game and an entire set of mechanics that broaden how interesting the game is, and I think that's certainly worth $15, $20. If it ends up being the same as the full price of the game, it's maybe debatable. I think you would need more content to justify that, but something in that range, absolutely, it's going to be a day one buy. I mean, I'm going to buy it no matter what because I really have liked how dynamic it's been in the last few days compared to how it was before. So assuming that this is what we get, I think it's a very well designed DLC. Some things that I have critiques on, but nothing apart from some of this minor edge stuff. Core, I think, is really solid, and I think it's a right direction to go with the game. And with that, the name of the day has been Dirkus. You can call me Nate. You can call me Nathan, but please never call me